operating in the drop of water right next to us. Number 5. The firstborn hypothesis. When we confront the Fermi paradox, we often assume that because the universe is 13.8 billion years old, there must be countless civilizations that arose millions or even billions of years before us. We assume we are the latecomers to a crowded cosmic party, but the firstborn hypothesis forces us to look at the timeline of the universe, not from the past, but stretching forward into the incomprehensibly distant future. While 13.8 billion years sounds ancient, the early universe was a hostile, toxic place for life. The very first generation of stars contained only hydrogen and helium. They had no rocky planets, no carbon, no oxygen. It took billions of years and multiple generations of stars living, dying, and exploding in violent supernovas to forge the heavy elements necessary to build terrestrial planets and complex organic chemistry. Our own solar system formed 4.6 billion years ago, meaning it took roughly 9 billion years of cosmic cooking just to prepare the ingredients required for Earth to exist. Now consider the future. Red dwarf stars, which make up the vast majority of stars in the galaxy, will burn steadily for trillions of years. The era of star formation and habitable planets is barely beginning. We are not living in the mature, middle-aged universe. We are living in the extreme, chaotic early dawn of cosmic history. The unsettling conclusion is that we haven't heard from anyone else because there is no one else to hear from yet. We are the very first. The evolutionary process that leads from simple chemistry to technological intelligence takes so long and requires such stable conditions that humanity might be the absolute vanguard of conscious life. We look at the stars, terrified of older, more advanced predators or ancient empires, but the reality might be far more profoundly isolating. We are the elders. We are the firstborn of the cosmos. If we fail, if we destroy ourselves before we can spread consciousness to the stars, the universe might remain dead and empty for billions of years before another species manages to wake up and look at the sky. Number 4. The zoo hypothesis. One of the most unnerving explanations for the cosmic silence is the idea that the silence is entirely intentional. The zoo hypothesis suggests that highly advanced alien civilizations are fully aware of our existence, but they have established a strict protocol of non-interference. Like scientists carefully observing animals in a protected natural reserve, they watch us without interfering, studying our biological and cultural development with clinical, detached precision. If a civilization is thousands or millions of years ahead of us, they would understand that sudden contact could be absolutely devastating to a younger species. It could destroy our cultures, collapse our religions, and derail our natural technological progression. To prevent this, they might enforce a cosmic quarantine around our solar system, cloaking their communications and hiding their infrastructure from our primitive instruments. We are not members of a galactic community. We are an isolated exhibit, a protected species, unaware of the glass cage that surrounds us. This theory implies that they have witnessed every brutal and beautiful moment of human history, every war we have fought, every disease we have suffered, every scientific breakthrough we celebrate. They have watched it all unfold in silence, choosing never to intervene to stop our pain or correct our mistakes. They observe us not as equals, but as a fascinating, perhaps dangerous, experiment in progress. The most disturbing aspect of the zoo hypothesis is what it means for our current status. Zoo animals aren't contacted because the intellectual gap between the observer and the observed is simply too vast for meaningful interaction. If they are watching us in silence, it means they have objectively calculated that we are not ready, not worthy, or simply not interesting enough to speak to. We are left to wonder what criteria we must eventually meet to be allowed out of the cage. And worse, what might happen to us when the observers finally decide their long-term experiment has come to an end. Number 3. The dark forest hypothesis. Perhaps the most terrifying sociological theory ever applied to astrophysics is the dark forest hypothesis. It proposes that the universe is not